Be Cool with Kenny! Welcome to a new review for Game of Thrones. Kenny's very excited.
I am very excited.
This week's episode was called Breaker of Chains. The beginning, which just jumps right back into Joffrey's face, or dead face.
Joffrey's dead face.
Just in case you weren't sure, he's dead.
Let's remind everybody of what happened.
And then we move on to Sansa and Littlefinger, which is kind of related to that.
Sansa and Littlefinger minus the Dantos. Severely minus the Dantos because he's dead. Which implicates Littlefinger. We still have to do some sort of CSI thing.
We will do our list of suspects
after
this review. You just never know with Littlefinger.
Nope.
Just never know.
Keeps sticking his little finger into everything.
Marjorie. What is up with her? Is she the queen? Is she not the queen? But it would have been better if they had
consummated. Yes, you couldn't at least have slept with the kid before he died. Speaking of being king,
she could marry Tommen.
She can totally marry Tommen, which I think is what Olenna, the Queen of Thorns, was implying. The next one will be much more pliable. Segue to Tommen being plied by the master plier, Tywin.
I love that scene.
That was good.
It was kind of messed up at the same time as, Joffrey is kind of lightning. Let me mold you now. It looks like he's gonna be nicer than Joffrey.
Well, in a way he's being nicer about it, but he's insinuating that you will rule best by listening to me.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah.
In the books, Tommen likes kittens, so you can always give him a kitten and it'll make him happy.
Aw, he'll be on the Iron Throne with
the cat. He turns evil Tommen. It's like cat. That great scene moved into a scene that is, let's call it questionable, shall we?
What I call the incest rape.
The incest.
Only Game of Thrones.
Only Game of Thrones.
Only Game of Thrones would do this.
Let's have incest. Let's have rape. We'll make the show better by putting them together.
I don't know. I was like,
rape.
Really?
They went there.
Really? Are we going there? I do think it makes Jaime a little less likable because I was starting to really like him, and now I'm like, oh, can you really like him now?
We can move straight from there right into the Davos scenes where you have Stannis being Stannis.
The leeches burning so far has worked. They have worked out for him.
I mean, Balon Greyjoy is still alive, we think.
Hey, one at a time,
The interesting thing with this is you sort of see this this relationship that Davos is building with Shireen. I kind of want to just watch more of them.
I just think it's cute that you see the evolution of her teaching him to read.
Yes.
And now he can read, which I was like, oh, you can read messages.
I really enjoy Davos on the show. In the books, I mean, I have to say I read Davos chapters just so I can get some Stannis. Davos, kind of a boring character. Played by Liam Cunningham, he's like super Davos. So I love any...
He's super Davos.
He is super Davos. So any scene that he's in, I'm like, oh great, the Davos scene.
Yeah. First of all, nobody believes that he killed a White Walker, but I'm thinking, doesn't Jon Snow believe him? Like, aren't they really good friends? Wouldn't Jon Snow be like, if you say so, I believe you? It wasn't clear.
There are a couple things that weren't clear, and I'm going to talk about the whole Castle Black thing right now. If there was one glaring error that I thought was in the episode, it was the fact that they kind of treated the return of Gren, played by Mark Stanley, and Dolorous Ed, they treated their return as kind of like, oh, surprise, where have they been, where have they been? Well, Sam's been back, what, a month, weeks, something, at least 2 weeks. He's been chilling out with Gilly. Don't you think Sam might have said a word or two about Craster's Keep coming under attack? That was a little weird. It wasn't really explained well enough for me. Now, it does set up the fact that the Night Watch is going to have to send out some people. We'll probably see Jon Snow swinging his sword all heroically again.
Yay. To make matters worse, Sam takes Gilly to some horrible place. Like, you'll be safe here. Will she?
Will she really?
I don't know. It looked scarier than Castle Black. The Red Viper, Prince Oberyn, and Tywin making an alliance. And interestingly enough, when asked if he had something to do with Elia's death,
he denies it categorically.
And I say it's a lie. Then Tywin tells him that he will help him find what really happened to his sister. And I'm thinking, well, if he didn't give the order, let's assume that, will he give over the mountain to Prince Oberyn?
That's a good question. So you're suggesting that Lord Tywin will move mountains for Prince Oberyn?
Exactly.
The scene between Tyrion and Pod. Oh my god, that was good.
The Wildlings and the Thens, that was messed up.
It was messed up.
And I have to say, I lost a little sympathy for Ygritte, because she killed that little boy's father, and she's kind of like killing all these people, and I'm like, oh.
People gotta die in war, Sandrine.
I know.
People gotta die in war. Now the guy
Thens.
the head Then, Steer the Magnar of Then is his official title. The Thens have their own horns. When the Thens make an appearance, it's like, whoa, it's like a Viking horn.
You're definitely right. We're now definitely rooting for Jon Snow
yes.
and the Crow and Castle Rock.
I still love Ygritte, but you know, the Thens can all die. Lastly, let's talk Dany.
I actually thought it was really great that at first you're like, oh, she's attacking them, and it's like, no, it's even worse. She's making them think. But before we got to that point, we got Dario, who I'm liking a whole lot better this episode, because he's badass.
This was cool Dario at his best. This was like Dario flick. Did you ever look really closely at the handles of his blades?
No.
They're naked women. The blades are basically naked women. And
awesome.
Dario's like, kiss the naked woman, kill the horse. You mentioned something during the episode though, that like, Dany was like, she was like, no, I like you too much. You can't fight him. No, I like you too much. I like you too much.
And then Dario's like, how about me?
How about me?
She's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, fine. I think next episode, episode 4 is going to probably open up with a lot of interior slaughter of
that
rising
cliffhanger,
up.
Kenny.
Oh.
Damn it. Next week, shit is going down. Great way to end the episode. Definitely big anticipation for episode 4. That's all our thoughts.
I have no more thoughts.
Yeah.
Period.
Good episode.
About anything. This is all I think about now. This is done. I'm not thinking about anything anymore. I'm just going to curl up and go to sleep now.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed our review. If you did, make sure to give it a like or click the like button below. Make sure to subscribe to Have You Cool if you haven't yet so you don't miss any of our review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye!
Are you suggesting that Tormund the Giant's Bane is not a good influence on Ygritte?
Yeah. I mean, better than the Thens.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anything's better than the Thens. Joffrey would have been better than the Thens.
Yeah.
Joffrey didn't eat people.
That's true. That's true. God, just add that on top. He's a cannibal too!
He's a cannibal too!
What?
Worst ever!